Okay, students, nature of oxides. So generally, oxides are four types of oxides are present. Means nature of oxides are types of oxides. First, we'll discuss about the types of oxides. In the types of oxides, how the acidic nature and basic nature are variation, changing in A groups and periods. We'll discuss. So generally, four types of oxides are present. It is very clear. Four types of oxides are present. What are those four types of oxides, dear students? One is basic nature of oxides, acidic nature of oxides, and amphotic nature and neutral oxides. So four types of oxides are present: basic nature of oxides, acidic nature of oxides, amphotic and neutral oxides. Generally, basic nature of oxides are also calling as metal oxides. So the metal oxides, what is the nature of metal oxide, dear students? Basic nature. What is the non-metal oxides nature, dear students? Non-metal oxides nothing but acidic nature. Some of the metals are having amphotic nature, those are called amphotic oxides. Some non-metals are amphotic nature, those are called neutral oxides. Okay, now let's see the basic oxides. Basic oxides also calling as metal oxides. Mostly first and second A group elements has more metallic character. That's why first and second A group element oxides are more basic nature among the periodic table. Among the periodic table, when compared that first A and second A, first A group elements oxides are more basic nature when compared to second A group elements, because the first A group elements has more metallic character when compared with the second A group elements. When compared with the second A group elements, see few examples: Li2O, Na2O, potassium oxide, magnesium oxide, calcium oxide. Like just few examples I gave. These all are metal oxides. So the metal oxides nature is basic nature. So whenever the metal oxides are dissolving in water, or basic oxides means metal oxide dissolving in water forms hydroxides. So the hydroxides are called bases. For example, sodium oxide dissolved in water forms NaOH. Sodium hydroxide it will form. Sodium hydroxide. That's why these metal oxides are called bases. Metal oxides are called bases or basic oxides. Okay. Now we see for second one, acidic oxide. These acidic oxides are also calling as non-metal oxides. Non-metal oxides are called acidic oxides. Whenever these non-metal oxides are dissolving in water forms acids. Dissolving in water forms acids. See, mostly halogen oxides. Halogen oxide means except fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Among these halogen oxides are more acidic nature in a period. In every period, halogen oxides are more acidic nature because the halogens are more electronegative character and more non-metallic character. In non-metallic character, in a period left to right increases. Non-metallic nature is increasing means the non-metal oxides acidic nature is increasing. Non-metal oxides acidic nature is increasing. That's why halogen oxides are more acidic nature. Okay. Alkaline metals and alkaline earth metals. Alkaline metals and alkaline earth metals oxides are more basic nature. Halogen oxides are more acidic nature. See some non-metal oxide examples: CO2, P2O5, SO3, Cl2O7. Whenever these non-metal oxides dissolving in water forms acids. One example: SO3, sulfur trioxide, dissolving in water forms H2SO4. After what I said, what is your doubt? Have you attended the previous classes? Huh? First year and second year group elements nature is what? Metals. Metal oxides are basic nature, I said. So metallic character is increases, basic nature is increasing. Non-metallic character is increases, acidic nature is increases. So based on that relative only we are saying. So basic oxides is nothing but metal oxides. Which group elements are more metallic character? First A group elements and second A group elements are more metallic nature when compared to the remaining groups. That's why first A and second A group elements are more basic nature. And Acidic nature. Acidic nature means what? Non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic oxides means which group elements are more non-metallic nature? Halogens. That's why halogen oxides are more acidic. Halogen oxides are more acidic. Yes, in a period metallic nature decreases and non-metallic nature increases. That's why in a period non-metallic, more non-metallic nature is present for halogens. That's why halogen oxides are more non-metallic character, has more acidic nature. Now amphotic oxides. Amphotic oxides means some of the metal oxides are behaves as amphotic oxides or amphotic nature. Amphotic nature means some metal oxides they reacts with acids as well as bases. They reacts with acids as well as bases. Such type of metal oxides are called amphotic oxides. Such type of metal oxides are called amphotic oxides. So selectively few amphotic oxides are present. What are those few amphotic oxides? Zinc oxide, aluminum oxide, arsenic oxide, antimony oxide and tin oxide, SnO2. These are the nature. These oxides nature is amphotic nature. How can we are saying these oxides are behaves as amphotic nature, dear students? Because these metal oxides react with acids as well as bases. So some of the metal oxides are reacting in acids as well as bases. That's why that metal oxides are called amphotic oxides. Okay, one example I gave, aluminum oxide Al2O3 reacts with acids, forms aluminum trichloride and water. In the same way, aluminum oxide Al2O3 reacts with bases, forms sodium metaaluminate NaAlO2 plus water. NaAlO2 plus water is forming. That's why whenever zinc oxide also reacts with acids as well as bases. Arsenic and antimony oxides and tin oxides also they reacting in acids as well as bases. That's why these metal oxides are called amphotic oxides. These metal oxides are called amphotic oxides. Now the fourth one is neutral oxides. Neutral oxides means what, dear students? Some of the non-metal oxides they does not react with acids as well as bases. They do not react with acids as well as bases. Means they does not form acids and does not form bases. Such type of oxides are called neutral oxides. Neutral oxides example carbon monoxide and nitric oxide and nitrous oxide. Okay, nitrous oxide N2O. N2O is nitrous oxide. NO is called nitric oxide. These are the examples for neutral oxides. So, oxides means what, my dear students? Oxides means oxygen atom is combined with some metals or non-metals. Formed compounds are called oxides. So, the oxides are four types of oxides are present. Acidic, basic oxides, acidic oxides, amphotic oxides and neutral oxides. So mostly metal oxides, all metal oxides we are considered as basic oxides. Non-metal oxides we are considered as acidic oxides. Few metal oxides they reacting in acids as well as in bases. Those are called amphotic oxides. Some non-metal oxides does not react with acids and does not react with bases. Means they does not form acids and does not form bases in water. Those are called neutral oxides. Neutral oxides example CO, N2O and NO. So this is about the classification of oxides or types of oxides. Among these types of oxides, basic oxides and acidic oxides are very important. How the acidic nature of oxides variation in A groups and A periods. How the basic nature of oxides variation in A groups and periods we need to discuss. Okay, understood everyone? Understood, my dear students? Anybody have doubt? Okay, it is very important. So this is the general concept. That's why periodic properties, everyone one is linked with another. Means metallic nature, non-metallic nature. Metallic nature and non-metallic natures are linked with electronegativity and electropositivity. Okay, electronegativity character is increases, non-metallic nature increases. Non-metallic nature is increases, acidic nature of oxides increases. Electropositive character is increases, metallic nature is increases. Metallic nature is increasing means basic nature of oxides increases. Basic nature of oxides increases. So one is connectivity with another. That's why that all periodic properties, starting periodic properties, electronegativity, electropositivity, ionization energy, electron affinity, and atomic size or atomic radius. These are very, very important. Based on these five, we can explain the remaining properties very easily. Okay, let's see that next. Variation in groups and periods. Variation in groups and periods. Okay, let's see the first one. Near groups. In groups or in groups. In groups top to bottom. Top to bottom. Metallic nature. Metallic nature increases. Hence, basic nature of oxides. Basic nature of oxides increases. And acidic nature of oxides decreases. So basic nature is increasing and acidic nature decreases. Acidic nature decreases. Okay, top to bottom, metallic nature increasing. If metallic nature increasing means they act as a good basic character. Okay, and non-metallic nature, what happens, ma'am? In non-metallic nature is increasing in a period. Non-metallic nature increases in a period. That's why acidic nature increases. Now, in a period. In a period left to right, in a period left to right, non-metallic nature increases. Non-metallic nature increases. If non-metallic nature increasing means why non-metallic nature increases? Because electronegativity increases. That's why non-metallic nature increases. If electronegativity increasing means non-metallic nature increases. Hence, acidic nature of oxides. Acidic nature of oxides increases. Basic nature of oxides decreases. Okay, let's see examples. First one, basic nature order. Basic nature order. Okay, see, you take first A group elements: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium oxides. Second year group elements: beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, and barium oxides. Okay, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, and barium oxide. Because beryllium, second year group elements, charge oxidation number is +2, oxygen -2. That's why they combine with one oxygen atom. So first year group elements oxidation number is +1, but oxygen atom is -2. That's why two first year group elements Li2O, it will form lithium oxygen. It is 1, it is -2. Criss-cross rule means one oxygen atom is combined with two lithium. Okay. According to that, what is the formula, dear students? Li2O. Li2O. Okay. So lithium oxide Li2O, sodium oxide Na2O, potassium K2O, rubidium Rb2O, cesium Cs2O. Cs means two first year group elements, means two cesium atoms are combined with one oxygen atom, because oxygen atom valence is -2, means its oxidation number is -2, means oxygen generally forms two bonds, but first year group elements are forming only one bond. So for one oxygen atom combines how many first year group metals? 2, Li2O. That's why here its valency is 2, oxygen valence is 2, lithium valence is 1, ionic valence is 1. That's why the resultant compound is Li2O. Li2O. Understood, ma'am? The same way, beryllium and oxygen, it is 2 and it is 2. Beryllium ionic valence is 2, oxygen ionic valence is also 2. Ionic valence is 2. That's why the resultant compound is 1:1 ratio. They forms BeO. They forms BeO. The same way sodium and oxygen. Sodium ionic valence is 1, oxygen ionic valence is 2. The resultant compound is formed Na2O. So that is the molecular formulas. How to remember their first year group element metal oxide general formula is M2O. Second year group elements metal oxide general formula is MO. M means second year group elements. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Okay. Now these all are in the same group: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium oxides. In a group, top to bottom, what I said, man, basic nature is increasing. In a group, top to bottom, metallic character is increases. Metallic character is increasing means electropositive nature is increases. If electropositive nature increases or metallic nature is increasing means basic nature will be increases. Basic nature increases. That is a rule. So electropositive character increasing is directly proportional to metallic nature, is directly proportional to basic nature. That is the basic rule. So based on that, cesium oxide has more basic when compared to Rb2O, and potassium oxide, sodium oxide, and lithium oxide. In the same way, secondary group elements, barium oxide is more basic than strontium, and then calcium oxide, magnesium, and beryllium oxide. It is the rule. Now, among that, first year group elements are more basic than second year group elements. Why first year group elements are more basic nature when compared to second year group elements? Metallic nature for first year group elements is very much high when compared to second year group elements. And more basic than second year. For example, lithium oxide and beryllium oxide, among that, which is more basic? Lithium oxide is more basic when compared to beryllium oxide, because both are in the same period. In a period left to right, basic nature is decreasing. In a period left to right, basic nature is decreases. Okay, the same way sodium and magnesium oxides are present in a period. Sodium and magnesium both are in the same period. In a period left to right, basic nature is decreases and acidic nature is increasing. That's why sodium oxide is more basic when compared to magnesium oxide. That we have to keep it in our mind. Okay, let's see one more important example. Now I'll give you one example for acidic nature order. Order of third period. Third period oxides. Okay. Third period oxides. What are the third period, my dear students? Sodium. Sodium oxide Na2O. Sodium. Next. Magnesium. Okay. Sodium, magnesium. Next. Aluminium. Al2O3. Next. Silicon oxide SiO2. Means sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, P2O5, phosphorus oxide, and sulfur trioxide, and chlorine, Cl2O7, chlorine oxide. See, if you have observed that sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine, these all are in the same period. What is the period number? Third period. In a period left to right. Left to right, acidic nature increases and basic nature decreases. Means more acidic is Cl2O7. After that, it is stronger acids. Strong acids. That's why I said halogen oxides are strong acids in every period. In a periodic table, I said. And silicon oxide is a weak acid. Aluminium is amphotic. It is these both are basic. So basic strength is decreasing and acidic strength is increases. Acidic strength is increases. So this is one important example, man. And one more exception. One element forms different oxides. Among those, oxidation number is increases, then acidic strength increases. Okay, let's see note. One element forms different oxides. One element forms different oxides in which oxidation number increases, acidic nature increases. Reverse what, my dear students? One element forms different oxides, oxidation number is increases, then acidic nature is increasing means oxidation number is decreases or oxidation number increases, acidic nature is increases, and basic nature decreases. Basic nature decreases. Reverse. For example, I will give you one important example. These are very important for NEET and JEE examination. For example, nitrogen, N2O, NO, N2O3, N2O4, N2O5, like nitrogen oxides. These all are nitrogen oxides. N2O, NO, N2O3, N2O4, N2O5. Different types of nitrogen oxides. Okay? Among these nitrogen oxides, which is more acidic and which is less acidic? N2O, nitrogen oxidation number is +1, here +2, here +3, here +4, and here +5. Nitrogen is exhibiting different oxidation numbers. Here oxides, all oxides are belongs to nitrogen oxides only. One element forms different oxides in which oxidation number is increases, acidic nature increases. Means acidity order increases. See, acidic strength increasing. Automatically basic strength decreases. Means N2O is neutral and NO is also neutral. N2O5 is strong acid when compared to N2O3. N2O3 is a weak acid. Weak acid means little bit more basic. Like basic strength is reverse when compared to acidic strength. When one single element forms different oxides. Okay. Among those, oxidation number of that element increases, acidic strength increasing. Higher oxidation states, they have more acidic. That is main concept here. For example, phosphorus forms two oxides. P2O3 and P2O5. Here phosphorus is +3, here phosphorus is +5. So P2O5 is more acidic nature when compared to P2O3. In the same way, chlorine oxides. Cl2O, Cl2O, Cl2O7. Cl2O, chlorine oxidation number +1, here +2, here +3, here +4, here +5, and +7. Among those, oxidation number is increases, acidic strength increases. This is the acidity order. Okay, understood, dear students? Anybody have doubt? So this is about acidic nature and basic nature changing in A groups and periods. Okay, next important concept is oxidizing nature and reducing nature. Already what is oxidizing agent, what is reducing agent, already we are discussed in redox reactions chapter. So how that oxidizing nature and reducing nature variation in groups and periods, that we will discuss briefly. Okay, it is also very important. Later we will discuss about that oxidation states or oxidation numbers, stability, how it will be changes in A groups and periods, that we will discuss. Okay, clear students? Anybody have doubt? Inform to me, After Abhay, Rani, Michelle. Okay, let's listen next important concept. Oxidizing and reducing nature. And reducing nature. Or oxidizing and reducing ability, or oxidizing and reducing nature, or oxidizing agents are reducing agent character. whatever it may be, it gives the same meaning. Okay, let's see what is reducing agent. Reducing agent or reducing nature or reducing ability, it is reverse to the oxidizing ability. Reducing ability means an element loss or donate one or more electrons, donate one or more electrons, one or more electrons to the another substance, one or more electrons to the another substance. One substance is accepting electrons means what it will undergoes? It undergoes reduction. One or more electrons, donate one or more electrons to the another substance, then that substance undergoes reduction known as reducing ability. Okay, known as a reducing ability. And a reducing agent itself undergoes oxidation. Itself undergoes oxidation. Okay. So reducing ability or reducing nature means, for example, imagine that this chalk donating some electrons to this duster. So the duster is accepting some electrons. If any substance is accepting electrons means what happens? Its oxidation number is decreased. Its oxidation number is decreased means it undergoes reduction. The reduction is taking place due to this duster, chalk, due to this chalk. Means a substance, an element donate one or more electrons to the another substance. That substance undergoes reduction due to the presence of that element. That elements are called reducing agents, and that property is known as a reducing ability. And the property is known as a reducing ability. So the reducing agents always undergoes oxidation. Reducing agents always undergoes oxidation. Wait ma, I will give you one example. We can understand very easily. Next one, an element accept one or more electrons. One or more electrons and oxidizes another substance. Oxidizes another substance known as oxidation. Oxidation ability. Oxidation ability. And oxidizing agent itself undergoes reduction. Itself undergoes a reduction. Okay. Now let's see one example. zinc, copper is converted into Zn plus 2 plus copper. Zinc is converted into Zn plus 2 by loss of electrons. Zinc loss of electrons means what it is? If a substance donate 1 or 2 more electrons means it is reducing agent. Reducing agent. The reducing agent itself undergoes oxidation. Itself undergoes oxidation. Okay, the same way copper plus 2 accepting electrons. So zinc donate electrons to the copper plus 2. Okay, that's why zinc is reducing agent. It reduces copper plus 2 into copper. Copper plus 2 into copper. So it is reduction. Then copper plus 2 is a oxidizing agent. Copper plus 2 is a oxidizing agent. So in the above reaction, zinc is reducing agent, copper plus 2 is a oxidizing agent. Copper plus 2 is a oxidizing agent. So mainly reducing ability and oxidizing ability both are reverse. Means for example, metals acts as a good reducing agents. Metals acts as a good reducing agents. Okay. Examples. Metals acts as good reducing agents. Why they act as a good reducing agent, dear students? Because metals has more electropositive. Metals has more electropositive, undergoes or can donate electrons easily. Metals has more electropositive, can donate electrons easily can donate electrons easily and undergoes oxidation. Okay, that's why metals are good reducing agents. Now another point is non-metals. Non-metals are acts as good oxidizing agents because these non-metals are more electronegative. These non-metals are more electronegative. So they are more electronegative means can accept electrons very easily. Okay, so more electronegative, therefore can accept electrons easily and undergoes reduction. By undergoes a reduction. Already we know that what is oxidation and what is reduction. Loss of electrons is oxidation. So the metals are losing electrons very easily. That's why they undergoes oxidation. Which substance, which compound, which element can donate or can lose electrons very easily, they act as good reducing agents, itself undergoes oxidation. The elements means here non-metals, mostly non-metals acts as a good oxidizing agents. Good oxidizing agents because they are more electronegative. More electronegative atoms can accept electrons very easily. If a atom accepting electrons very easily means itself undergoes a reduction and they act as a oxidizing agent. So the oxidizing agent oxidizes to the another substance, itself undergoes reduction. Reducing agent reduces to the another substance, itself undergoes oxidation. That is a reverse. So that nature is called oxidizing and reducing nature. So the oxidizing and reducing nature, how it will be changes in a groups and periods, let's see. Variation in groups and periods is very, very important. Groups and periods. In a group, top to bottom, metallic nature, metallic or electropositive nature increases, hence reducing nature increases and oxidizing nature decreases. In a period, left to right, non-metallic nature or electronegativity increases, hence oxidizing nature increases and reducing nature decreases. And reducing nature decreases. Okay, it is very, very important. Okay, students. So among those strong oxidizing agents are 7th A group elements are halogens family: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Among those, fluorine is strong oxidizing agent, then chlorine, and then bromine, and then iodine. First A and second A group elements are more metallic nature. They act as a strong reducing agents. The reducing nature increases down the group, except lithium. In first A group elements, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and then lithium. Lithium is strong reducing agent. Nature, except lithium. See, just forget about the lithium, sodium to cesium, reducing nature increases. But lithium has more reducing agent. That exceptions we will discuss later in first year group elements chapter. But just you remember, the strong reducing agent in periodic table is lithium. Next cesium. Next oxidizing nature order. Fluorine is more than chlorine, and then bromine, and then iodine, and then iodine. Okay, it's very, very important. Okay, students. So this is about oxidizing and reducing nature. So the next class will discuss about that oxidation numbers and oxidation states and important factors affecting the oxidation numbers. That was all we will discuss in next class. Okay.